Hey everybody, my name is Amber Heron. I'm a Norwex consultant and I'm super excited to have you join me out here by my pool to talk for just a few minutes about pool and patio party hacks. So in the summer, we have 5 kids, we love to be outside, and with that comes a whole different slew of messes and things like that to consider when you're having guests over. So let's get started. We're gonna talk about some of the things you wanna do before your guests come. So first of all, allergies and asthma triggers are all around us when we are outside as well as inside, but especially outside this time of year. And so we want to make sure that we kind of keep those at bay before our guests arrive. So a couple little hacks that I want to share with you today. I have some furniture here that you'll notice has some debris and some leaves and things like that on it. And so I'm going to first just sweep those off. I have you could use a rubber broom. I have the dishpan or dustpan with the rubber broom that comes with it, and you can kind of get in there and get some of the loose stuff off. We have these huge trees all around our pool area, which means needles and pollen. So look at all that stuff that I'm getting out of there to freshen up this seat before someone comes and sits down. And bonus, since you're outside, you can just toss it out over into the grass. You could also do this with other cushions. Like I have seats over here that have some cushions that are fabric. So a lot of times, pollen and things like that settle when we're not outside if you don't put them away during the week, or maybe, they were sitting out just before your guest came, and then you can wipe them off. Another great hack for something that's a soft surface is maybe using the mattress cleaner and spraying that on there and getting it time to dry before your guests arrive. But if you've ever had a guest come and they sit down outside and then all of a sudden a few minutes later they start sneezing or coughing, it's probably because that pollen and things are pent up inside the cushion or the seat. And so this is an easy hack to just take care of that before your guests even arrive. And so it also takes care of things like, there's animals out like birds flying, you might have bird poop, things like that, spider webs, cobwebs, things like that. So get all that furniture wiped down that people are gonna be sitting on. The other thing you can do is you can use this awesome outdoor broom. I have a lot, like I said, these trees, we have a lot of debris and things around here. And so this broom is awesome to get all this stuff out. It has 2 different types of bristles inside of there. So it grabs like small particles and also like these larger particles. And so I'm able to just take this, sweep it. And then what I usually do is I open up my pool fence here and then I just sweep it out outside of the pool area. So that's another thing that I like to do before guests arrive, is kind of get all the loose stuff up off of the floor, or if it's on the deck, off the deck. So that's one thing I like to do. Another thing is, the furniture is outside, and so with that comes different sets of messes. And so as you see here, this table needs a little bit of TLC. I would definitely not want to have guests come over with it looking like that. So it has pollen and dirt and things like that on it. So I'm going to I like to have like the Enviro scrub. I like these because they're smaller. They also have the scrubby side. We have a really awesome fun color set of this as part of our birthday sale this month. And so this is a great option for outside because of the scrubby and the size. And it's just nice to have something like a bucket of this handy, maybe by your outdoor area, so you can just have it ready for quick wipe downs when guests come over, whether you're expecting them or not. So I'm first just going to take this, I got it wet with just water alone. And the Norwex microfiber is going to do its magic. As I'm sure many of you know, it's mechanically cleaning up all of that dirt and debris. And then because this is an Enviro scrub, I can take the scrubby side and get some of these other areas that maybe are a little bit dirtier and get those right up. And this is, again, just water. I don't need anything extra. And it's just handy to have, for someone spills, whatever, while you have guests over, you have it right there. And then I'm just going to take my window cloth and polish it right up. And now it's ready to have our guests over. So that is one little hack that I like to do. You could also use this to wipe down your cushions, the backs of your chair. I could use it to wipe down that wicker furniture out there, whatever. So that is some things to consider before your guests arrive. So now that your guests are arrived, let's think about some ways that we can really anticipate their needs. So we have a pool, like I said, you can see it here behind me, and a lot of times people come unprepared with some of the basics. And so I like to have things on hand and they're ready for them. So one idea, if you want to come over here, cameraman, shout out to my son, Seth. He's my cameraman today, so great job, Seth. So I like to have, as you can see here, this is just a little basket full of towels ready to go because there's always somebody who forgets their towel. And so I have all these just here ready to go. They're clean. I can put them out. They're neat. And then people can just grab as they need. And then I also like, so it's sort of like an in and out kind of idea. So that's the grab your towel as you need it. But then also I like to have an area where afterwards they can just easily toss them. Okay, this is where your towels go when you're all done. Put it in here, put it in here, and then I just have to come and grab this instead of searching all over creation for all the wet things and the wet towels that people have left all over the place. So that's one way I like to anticipate guest needs. So another thing I like to have is like a survival station for outside. And so you'll see here I have this little bucket and it's filled with just some different things that a lot of times people may need. Again, you're trying to anticipate your guests' needs, the kids' needs, so that everybody can just have a good time and focus on that. So in here I have a couple of body cloths. Those are great for just, again, if people get messy, dirty, you get a bug bite even, can wipe down and it helps to alleviate some of the itching maybe from that. You can have sunscreen out here, insect repellent. I also have a swim spray that helps to repel the chlorine before kids get in the pool. And so just having all these kinds of things, a summer survival basket that's ready for your guests that anticipates all of their needs. So that's one thing. Another thing that you'll see here is I have food because there's no party without food, right? And sometimes we have uninvited guests at our parties, and the guests that I'm referring to are bugs. And we don't like to have bugs at our party or in our food. And so one hack that I really love is using the netted dishcloth to just cover up that fresh fruit or food, keeps the bugs out, keeps the food fresh, and it's ready to go. So that's another way that I like to anticipate guests' needs. So we've had our guests, we've cleaned up before our guests arrive. We've had stuff ready to anticipate their needs as they are here having fun. Another thing that helps with the bugs, just watch out, Seth, I didn't want you to trip on the broom there. Okay, so another hack with bugs, I actually love this hack, is you can create a fun centerpiece like so. I did this literally with just things I already had around my house. So you can put different combinations together. I have in here oranges, I have water, lemon and lime juice, and then I have rosemary. If you happen to have fresh herbs, even better. So this is really all I used to create this. It looks pretty, but it's also not just pretty, it's functional. It's a functional centerpiece because it actually is an insect repellent at the same time. You could also use lemon and limes if you have lemons and limes to cut up and put in there. Mix it up, make it fun, use what you have on hand, and that's just a fun little hack. It looks pretty, it serves as a decoration, and it also keeps the bugs at bay. So that's a super awesome hack that I like to use for summer poolside or patio guests. All right, so now we have prepared for our guests. We have anticipated our guests' needs while they're here having fun. And now it's time for our guests to go home. So a couple of hacks I have for that. When your guests leave, this is a great hack. We have these produce bags, but you don't have to use them just for produce. These are awesome for collecting wet things, all the wet things. In here I have goggles. Everybody needs to have goggles. I have a swimsuit. Pretty much you could do pool toys, anything that's wet. You don't want it to get just kind of stuck in a container and you forget about it and then it's mold and mildew and you just have to throw it away and it's just gross. This way the air allows it to circulate and dry out. You can just leave it here, it's all contained, and then you can just grab it and be ready to go after all your guests leave, making it super simple and easy cleanup for your pool party or your patio party or your sprinkler party, whatever it is that you have going on this summer. All right, so those are some hacks. I hope that's helpful to you. I do want to make sure I get in my secret question for you. And so this is the question. You ready? I can't wait to see your answers in the comments below. So my question for you is, what is your biggest challenge when it comes to hosting outdoors? Maybe it's the heat, like it's a really hot day for us today. Maybe it's bugs. Maybe it's keeping track of your kids, which has also definitely been a problem of mine. Whatever that is, one of them's giggling. She thinks that's funny. Whatever it is, put it in the comments below to get your entry into the giveaway. And I can't wait to see what stands out to you and helps you with your pool parties and your patio parties this summer. Bye-bye.